Good evening, everyone. Welcome to live episode of Coach Connect, who of the hour, brought to you by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. Our institute is based in Dallas, Texas, USA, and we offer international life coach certification classes for individuals who wants to embark on a journey of becoming a professional certified life coach. We are a bona fide institute for mental health, and right now we are offering certification classes also for individuals who desire to focus on the advancement of mental health and offer services related to mental wellness. If you are interested in this endeavor, if this is the time of your life that you believe it's time for you to level up to gain an understanding of the second fastest growing industry in the world today and become one of us. I'd like to invite you to join us. Get in touch with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Our batch 45 of the life coach certification classes is up next this October 24 and 31. Coach Connect, who of the hour, is our initiative to connect with our graduates. We are a community of 290 change agents, and this Monday night conversation with our guest change agent or coach aims to connect and know what is the present condition of our graduate, how is life coaching helping them, especially during this time of pandemic, and what is the outcome they're able to see even this trying time being a professional life coach, being a change agent. For tonight, it is a very, very special guest. Okay, I missed this person. Okay, the person on the screen is from batch 4. She's been certified in May 2018. And our topic for today is something that I believe each and every one of you can relate and can see the value. Okay, she is a certified life coach, obviously, but more than that, she is in the human resources for 25 years. She is a certified human resources manager. And we know that during this time of pandemic, there's a lot of movement in the corporate world. There's a lot of movement in employee management, in terms of personal roster, in terms of how people, how management will align the workload, okay? And human resources is one department, one area, one segment, one part of a business operations that is significantly affected during the pandemic. It is unfortunate that many employees is having this negative connotation and reactions towards their human resources because of the changes, because of the push and the pull of the different things that happen in the world today. For tonight, it is our intention not only to get in touch with Coach CC Renton, but it is also our intention, our aim, and our heart. Okay, so to offer, okay, this kind of service, and this service is the service of allowing each and every of you to understand the value of performance management, especially during this time of pandemic. So, let me introduce to you, okay, she is presently the division head of UCPB Savings Bank. She is the division head for human resources and general services. She's been recalled back to service because of the pandemic, and I'm sure this person is doing such a great job. Her talk for tonight is centered on the art of loving, and guess what? The art of loving and learning through leading. We never thought that leading could be an art, and we never thought that leading could be so much of heart, and there's so much of a learning both for those people doing it and for those for people receiving it. And tonight I'm so excited for her sharing, but let me introduce her to you first, and let's hear more about this wonderful woman, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, change agents in the house. Everyone, let me introduce Coach CC Renton. Coach CC, take it away. Good evening.
Hi, Master Coach. Good evening. You're really right. No, I cannot agree more when you said that it's very difficult right now. Sa situation natin, it's really difficult. difficult because, especially in HR, that there are retrenchments right and there, left and right. I
Mhm.
mean, it's heartbreaking. Really, it's heartbreaking. When I was asked what will I share, I was thinking this is
Yeah.
the hardest time of the year that all our employees are struggling. You know,
Yes.
everyone wants to meet their targets, but they cannot. You know,
Absolutely.
and much more to our employees, the leaders, they are the ones with the hardest job right now
Yeah.
because they need to give feedback to these employees. So it's really hard. So I you know, it's a challenge. Performance management is a challenge to everyone in a normal setup, in a normal life, especially now,
Yes. Yes.
especially now. So I was thinking, when master coach, when you lead people, we cannot just focus on numbers. You have to
Yes.
have that heart. You have to be
Yes.
humble enough that you have to be sincere when you lead. So when you do performance
Yeah.
management, this is not just numbers. For me, this is just not numbers. For me, this is
Yeah. And I
something.
like what you said.
This
And it's also what you said that there's learning. Okay, it means that it's
yes,
not a static thing. That one thing, because
yes,
normally people said that it's numbers and it's static. It's just because it's number, it's templated. Okay, that okay, you get the numbers, you get the data, and that's the result of it. So when you say it's an art of loving and it's an art of
yes,
learning, it means that this is something that's not static, it is dynamic, but more than anything, you are in partnership with the employee. So, Coach Cici, when people asked you, okay, where is truly the heart? Of course, I'm sure you're gonna share things with us, but like on a normal conversation, they asked you as the head of HR, okay, normally that's what they say, the personal department, okay, where is really your heart? Is it with us employees who is the recipient of the management instructions mandate, or is it with the management who hired you and paying you? How do you respond that? Because normally that's where the negative emotions or the
yes.
negative feedback or the negative respond you got. How do you respond with that, coach?
Response, yes. I would always tell them that HR would always be the fulcrum of the company. We are the heart of the company. If IT is the soul of a company, HR is the heart.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's very
Okay.
confusing. They will say, na, you're being paid, your management. So
Yes.
you will side with management. No, I would always tell them
Yeah.
that I am your mouth, I am the ears of management, but I am your mouth. So I speak for
I,
you. When I go to management, I represent you. When I go to you, I represent management. So I am the
I
balance.
love that.
HR is the balance of an
Okay.
organization. So we make sure that we are
Okay.
objective in everything that we do, and we have to show it. We do not just say it. I personally, I don't just say it. I do it. They can see it. So when there
You
are
live
things
by
that we
it.
need to implement, because yes, you have to live with it and by it. So you have to have the
Okay.
heart really. If you are in HR, you have to have the heart to
Okay.
serve.
Uh, Coach Cici, while you prepare your presentation materials for us, would you like to let us know who are the people who we can bless tonight? Okay, who are the people specifically we need to call in right now to tag in the comments below and to share? Who are the people who needs to hear you tonight?
For me, everyone. The people who even you're not working, if even you're at home, even this is performance
Yes.
management, that we see that this is
Yes.
for the organization. No, everybody can do this even at home, even with your children. I will be sharing with you is a practical tool. Really, this has been doing. I've been sharing this for almost 15 years. But when I was
Okay.
certified, when I was certified, I saw that we have the same process. So I believe everyone can use this. It doesn't mean
Okay,
that you're not
so
a leader, you are a leader at home. Everyone
yeah.
is a leader.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking about situational leadership tonight, the art of loving and learning, uh, through leading. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be talking about tonight, and we encourage all of you to tag a friend, okay, a family member, somebody who is like with another person. I believe during this time, all of us have someone to lead apart from ourselves. Okay. So, and if you know somebody who's also going through a tough time right now at work, having a negative emotions about the permanency, or having a negative like negative mindset about HR, or maybe you are an HR practitioner. I think that's if you are an HR practitioner, you are one person in this area, in this department, and normally you are burdened, you are hurt because people is giving you that feedback.
Yes,
People are negative about the management mandate that you have to share, that like what we were talking earlier. I believe this is for you. Okay, so this is going to be a fusion of performance management and life coaching. So before Coach CC have been
yes,
certified as a life coach, she's been doing this for like, that's what she said, been 15 years. And I believe sharing this right now in our community, she is able to see not just the fusion, but the beauty of synergy when put into action in different areas of our lives. Meaning it's not only in offices,
yes,
not only in the confine of you having a boss, but because this is also life coaching, it means you can use this in your family, in your personal relationship. Am I correct, Coach Cici? Did I get exactly what
yes,
you want to share with us tonight?
yes, yes,
All right.
yes, yes, Master Coach. You
So
got
I'm
it.
excited. Okay, let's take it
Okay,
away.
so this should be short. This course that I have been sharing when I facilitate this is about like 3 days, but this should be short and sweet
Yeah.
because I want to share important point only. So really, this is the art of loving and learning through leading. So why? I have shared with you earlier that it's very hard nowadays. So
Yeah.
let's put the leading some more heart and learning. So so Master Coach mentioned about situational leadership. So in during the COVID-19, we have adapted to the situation, right? We have adapted to it. So
Yeah.
now let's put our leadership to like an adaptive leadership. We have to adapt to the situation. We cannot just be like
Yeah.
confined to what type of leadership we think we have. So let's think of something that we adapt to situations, and we were very good at that during COVID-19. We have adapted to
Yes.
this situation already. So let's
Yes.
let's use it in leadership. So let's be an
Mm-hmm.
adaptive leader. So how can we be like that? So first thing, when we say that we are a leader, we have to have the heart. That's one. When I started with when we were certified, Master Coach A would always tell us that you have to have the heart. You have to have the heart. And really, I was really happy that I was certified because it affirmed that if I am a leader, I have to have that. So other than the heart, what else? How can we be effective? So I was thinking of competence. We
Yeah.
have to be competent. When we say competent, meaning we have to know what we're doing, what we're saying, so that people will believe us. Our employees will believe whatever we say. So, one thing here is important. You have to be humble enough to accept things that you do not
Yeah.
have yet, like incompetence. What are the types of confidence, Master Coach? Like, there is what we call core competencies, we have technical competencies,
Yeah.
and we have
And leadership.
leadership competencies. Yes, core competencies,
Yeah.
everyone has to have that, like communication skills, computer literacy. For technical competencies, we have the technical competencies are competencies that we use so we can do our job well. So we have to have that. Okay? And then we have leadership. Not only lead others, but we lead ourselves as well. We lead also
Mm-hmm.
change. We lead
Yes.
interactions. But of
Yes.
course, since Master Coach, we're here and we want to tag somebody who we are leading, let's
Yeah.
focus on leading others. So I told
Yes.
myself, oh, when I was designing the program, this is actually a model from Ken Blanchard. So when I was thinking, how can we be effective? The first thing we have to do is not look at ourselves. Let's look first
Yeah.
outside. Sino ba ang mga tao natin? Let us diagnose first the different levels, development levels of our employees. Nasaan sila? Where are they right now? So there are four
Meeting
levels.
them.
The first level is the
Okay.
enthusiastic beginner. Yes, let's meet them. Let's meet the four levels. So baka akala natin that when we have employees, they are all the same. No, they have different
Yeah.
levels. So where they are in a different, they have different levels. So we have to look at that before tayo. Tingnan muna natin, nasan ba nakalagay itong mga empleyado ko na to? So first is the D1, which is the enthusiastic beginner. The enthusiastic beginner would have low competence but high ang commitment. These employees, master coach, sila
Excited
yung mga
eh.
new
Bago
hires,
pa.
newly grad.
Yeah.
Yes, oo, bago.
Puno ng energy.
Siyempre, gusto
Yes.
ko,
Oo.
excited. Oo, oo. Sila yan.
Mm-mm.
Pero low on competence. But it doesn't
Mm-mm.
follow, coach, that
Correct.
if they are just new or newly hired, hindi. Even if mga 10 years na sila sa ibang companies, they transferred
Pwede pa
to a
din.
company or they transferred to another department. Yes,
Correct.
enthusiastic beginner sila. Kaya
Mm.
lang low ang competence, meaning hindi nila alam yung proseso, most probably, they don't know who to coordinate with.
Experience.
Those
Yes.
things, low ang competence nila. Yes, oo. So kulang. Sila yung enthusiastic beginners. So now, siguro naiisip nila, enthusiastic beginner ba ako ngayon? Para ganyan, di ba? So second level is, sino sila? Meron tayong tinatawag na disillusioned learners. So sino tong
Correct.
mga to? Ito yung mga enthusiastic beginners natin na hindi na manage ang expectations.
Mm-mm.
So
Na-burst ang
sila yung,
bubbles.
ang taas ng tingin ng ganito. Oo, ganyan. Ito na ang katotohanan. Hindi ako na-guide.
Yes.
I was not guided on how to, so I failed. So my
Yes.
commitment now
Yes.
is low. Kasi ang
Correct.
self-esteem ko low din eh. So,
Mm-mm. Tumama
konti lang
na.
competence ko kasi I was not trained. Ito na.
Yes.
Usually,
Yes.
master
Tumama
coach,
na.
the D1, enthusiastic beginner, usually ito yung mga hanggang first year eh. Pag disillusioned learner, nasa 2 years yan or about 3 years na nasa
Mga 2 to
sa
3 years.
position nila eh.
Oo.
But in my
Oo.
experience,
Tama.
ganyan eh. Para, pag hindi na manage nung
Correct. Correct.
enthusiastic beginner. But, the yung third level natin is the capable but cautious performer. Ito naman yung
Correct.
na-manage mo naman ng maayos. But, moderate to high ang competence. Tapos,
Mhm.
variable ang commitment. Ito na to. Sila na master coach yung nasa 5 years. Siguro,
Sila na
all
yung
those listening
decision.
now,
Binabantayan na.
imagine na natin. Oo, kasi ito na yung mga pwedeng umalis na ng kumpanya. This is
Correct.
reality
Naka 5
for over
years na.
25
Yes.
years. Nakita ko tong
No, naka
behavior
5 years na
oo,
tayo.
yes, naka 5 years na.
Mm-mm.
Ito na, parang I want to, I want to see the outside world. I want to see the greener
Yes.
pasture, mga ganyan. So, ito
That's
na
right.
siya.
That's right.
Okay, sila na yan. Ito na ngayon, yung the last one would be the self-reliant achiever natin. Ito na yung high ang competence, high pa rin ang commitment. So, meaning talagang peak performer na to.
Yeah.
So, sila na
Ito
yan.
na yan.
So,
Okay.
ito yung 4 na level. Yes. I-group na natin siya. Naka-group na ngayon siya. So, alam na natin ngayon who are our employees, where they are. Not really who, but where are they right now.
Correct.
Nasan silang space. So we can manage them accordingly. So, syempre, now that we know, so anong style na ngayon ang gagawin natin? Master Coach, I will always say, what type of a leader you are? They will ask, what type of of leadership do you follow? Or what
Yeah.
type? Ako, I would always
Mhm.
tell others, I am a results-oriented person. It's okay. Whatever you do Facebook every day. As long as you submit your report on time, I am good. But,
Okay.
but looking at this, more than 15 years ago, I saw that you cannot be like the cajon, that you have your one style. So,
Yeah.
knowing the levels or the space where our employees are, so sabi ko, oo nga, there should be different folks, different strokes. So, sabi ko, ano
Absolutely.
nga ba? So, let's look at this. Oo, this is the leadership style of Ken Blanchard. Dito na papasok si situational leadership natin together with the levels, na development level. First is the D1. So, anong klase ba? Since low competence siya, high ang commitment niya. Since low ang competence niya, we focus on that. What type of leadership? The leadership is directing.
Yeah.
So, i-direct niya para yung competence niya tumaas. So, meaning, the
Correct.
leader provides specific direction about the goals, shows and tells Pan how to do things, and closely tracks the individual's performance so that they can give frequent feedback on the results.
Correct.
That's done. Okay, directing
Okay.
siya. So, the next one would be disillusioned learner. So ano na,
Mhm.
low to some ang competence and low ang commitment. Eto na, dito na papasok yung coaching. Because
Correct.
when we do coaching, as we all know, is that we explain why things are happening. We solicit suggestions also
Yeah.
from the employee, and we praise behaviors appropriately. We cannot just say praise para lang mang-uto. We do not do that. We have to be true.
Or give
And we continue to
give
direct to the
incentive para ano, hindi
oo.
tayo pwede mag-incentive dito kasi nga
Mm.
hindi maganda yung performance. Okay.
Hindi. Kasi nga wala mababa competence. So we cannot just give para
Correct.
lang they
Correct.
will have something. O gagawin ko to for that. They have to know the goal.
Correct.
They have to see it in a bigger picture. So that's why coaching
Correct.
is very important in this type of development level.
Yeah.
Okay, so ang next naman natin would be the capable but cautious performer. So what type
Mhm.
naman? Since meron na siyang moderate to high ang competence, variable ang commitment, medyo eto na nga yung 5 years, master coach. Eto na, ano na gagawin?
Pwede nang
So we need
umalis.
a leader. Aalis na. So eto na. So what we can do, we can be a supporting leader. So anong style? You support.
Okay.
Because when you support, the leader and the individual make decisions together. So you give already the empowerment, but hindi mo siya iiwanan. You will not leave the
Partnership.
employee alone. Yes, partnership.
Yeah.
The role of the leader is to
Absolutely.
facilitate, listen, and draw out, and encourage and support.
Absolutely.
So ito na yung stage para yung empleyado would feel comfortable and the commitment will come back. Kasi alam
Yeah.
niya pinagtiwalaan siya eh. So that trust is
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so ito na. Ito na. Pwede na siguro, Master Coach, wala nang leadership style yata dito. Kasi sabi, self-reliant na daw eh. But
Marunong
still,
na
there
eh.
is. Marunong
Yeah.
na. Pwede ba na natin pabayaan? Actually, ito na yung sinasabi natin na delegating.
Yeah.
Okay? But Master Coach, I would like to mention, I would always mention this. Oh, ang delegating, you don't give everything and you do not have a part, ha? I always
Yes,
tell
that's right.
the leader, no, you can just delegate. Tapos, madi-disillusion yan. Baka bumalik yan doon sa level 1 mo. I mean,
Lalaglag yan. Absolutely. Yeah.
lalaglag. Correct. Tama yan. So, because you empower the individual to act independently with appropriate resources to get the job done. Ibig sabihin, appropriate resources that should come from you. Meaning, a little,
Nandun ka pa din.
nag-check ka pa din. Oo, you should be there. Na you sit beside the employee and be with the employee.
Uh,
Cannot just, okay na, magaling na yan. Let's,
that's where Coach Cici,
yes,
where a
Master
lot
Coach.
of management styles really fail, no? A lot of people would immediately get into the delegation part. Because oftentimes, to them, okay, if you're
Mm-hmm.
listening with us right now, oftentimes when you are picking it up, they take it, Coach Cici, as delegation, as a representation of trust. Okay, so you are delegating because you trust
Yes.
the person. I think that's where Coach CC normally the disconnect, because from the HR perspective, okay, from you as the professional here, you see the balance that's supposed to be given in terms of delegations, but the responsibility and the accountability of the person in charge, right? So this is where we need to explain,
Yes.
all right, that delegation is not actually just a fraction or an expression of trust. It doesn't mean that delegation is
Yes.
given, you are trusted highly, and if it's not given, you're not trusted. Now you see in this picture, coach, that
Precisely.
it's all about how the person is needing the support. Ano siya eh, the leadership is
Yes.
embedded to the need of the person, which a lot of people, coach, don't see
Yes.
this. Yeah, that's the beauty of what
Yes.
you're
They
saying
don't
right
because
now.
they think that yes. Yes. Meaning
Yeah, go ahead,
if you
coach.
have 10 employees reporting to you,
Yeah,
we don't just use one style, leadership style. We
that's
think
right.
first. That's humility. I just want to add, I would always tell all, this is humility that you have to accept the fact that you cannot just be like a boss. Like, you have to adapt. You have to adapt. As a leader,
Absolutely.
you adapt to the situation and to the people around you. We cannot just say that ako ang boss. Bahala kayo dyan. Bahala
Ikaw
ako.
ang
You
sumunod.
do your thing. No, no, we have a Oh, no, 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 no. It's different now. It's different now. We have to be
Go ahead,
we
coach.
have to adapt to the situation, to our employees, because we cannot
Mhm.
work alone. We are a
That's
team.
it.
I would
That's it,
always
coach.
say we are
Kahit
a
gaano
team.
ka kagaling,
We adapt. Yes. You need
hindi
somebody.
pwedeng
You need
magaling
somebody
ka.
there.
Mag-isa ka lang. Okay, okay. That's good. Go ahead, coach.
Yes. Kailangan
Awesome.
actually master coach for me kung magaling ka, that's my principle. If people
Coach,
see people praise your people because they do good, they do very, very well, it means you are a very good leader and you are very good.
that's right. Okay. 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 Next, coach.
Yes? So this situational
Okay.
leadership is actually a model. Okay? So what's our goal? The goal is a match, master coach. So meaning
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
S1, the leadership one, directing is for D1. So there is a match to everything. This is the most
Uh-huh.
appropriate or effective. No? Aha, yan.
Yeah.
So over time with the match, individuals learn to provide their own direction and support. So may mga mismatch, master
That's right.
coach. There are two types of
Mm-hmm.
mismatch. When you use S1 and S2
Okay.
to D3, yung mga performers na natin, ay, masyado silang, they will feel, I know
Tripling
already, and
yan.
now you're directing me to do something. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So,
Tripling
it
yan.
will not do good.
Okay. That's right.
Yes. Yes. And the other mismatch is under supervision. Because you want to
Mm-hmm.
delegate, the one
Chaotic.
that we were discussing, Master Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. So, and then you will get mad, you will get angry because you will tell your, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And dito,
You're
Master
supposed
Coach,
to
I would
know.
say this is, yes, and you have to really be sincere. When you are a leader, sincerity is very important. That you really,
Absolutely.
there is caring. For me, caring is loving because you have to care
Yeah.
for your employees, the people below you. You really have to care. You're not just there because you're paid. I would always tell this to all the leaders that I have trained. I would tell them, you have to be true. You have to have that feeling. You have to love and you have to learn. Because even if these are your employees, yung galing nila. For me, Master Coach, I am not perfect. As an HR
Yeah.
practitioner, I have my Waterloo. I'm not really
Okay.
good at really 100%. with compensation and benefits, for example, the details of that. Well, I can do, yes, but
Yeah.
not really that much. I will get somebody who
Mm-hmm.
knows, and then I will learn.
Absolutely.
So even if you're a
I
leader, that's
think
why
that's the
I would
learning.
always,
Yeah.
that's why it's the art. Yes, because you have
Yes.
to be humble enough to accept that you do not know everything, that you can still learn from your people, from your teammates. That is one. That's why
Yeah.
I said yes. Leadership is the art of loving and learning, and humility is very
Yes.
important, Master Coach. Because if you
Absolutely.
cannot accept
Absolutely.
that, if you will always tell yourself that you know everything, you cannot love and you cannot learn.
Yep.
Loving and
Yep.
learning will stop. For me,
Absolutely. And that's
that
also
that
the
that's
end.
leadership for me. You have to have the
Okay.
heart first. Yes.
Okay.
So for
That's
me,
awesome.
I just want to share with you something. It's a process. It's a process that's very important, Master Coach. This is something that I really wanted to share to everyone, because during the session of uh, performance management, when you talk to your employees, you have to have a process. No, this is what you call the open, clarify, develop, agree, and close. So always remember that um, we have to encourage our employees. No, we have to make them feel important, so they have to be involved, and you
Yeah.
share your ideas, and you have to support them. But of
That's
course,
right.
during the talk, you have to be check for understanding and make procedural suggestions. This slide will see, Master Coach, our coaching process, which is when you talk to your employee, this is where you ask, what's your goal?
You
This is what
engage.
I was sharing with you, Master Coach. Yes, this is the time that you ask, what's the goal? Why are we talking about your performance? What's our goal here? And then
Yeah.
when we talk about
Yeah.
clarification, this is the time when we talk about realities. So what do we have?
Mm-hmm.
What
Mm-hmm.
what what do they have here? What's the reality? Do you need anything, or the market is not good? Let's talk about reality here.
Yeah.
And then when we
Yeah.
talk about develop, this is where we develop the ideas of the employees. And
Yeah.
then we build
Yeah.
on the suggestions on the this is very important. Let us build our suggestions on the ideas of our employees when we talk. We are not the
Yeah.
star
It is.
here. We have to remember we are not the star. The star is the employee.
We're facilitating.
So
Yeah.
for me, that's important. Yes, we are just facilitating.
Absolutely.
And then the agree and close stage would be how you will do it, and then you move forward. That's why I was sharing with you, Master Coach, that this is something that, you know, it's beautiful, because when I saw our coaching process, when I learned it,
Yes.
I told myself,
Yes.
ito, parehong-pareho. Parang
Yeah.
you
It's the
can,
same. It's the
kaya
same.
nga, Master Coach, you're right. Yes, it's the same. Different
Yeah. If you,
nomenclature,
yeah,
but
if you take, yeah,
it's
if
the same.
yeah, if you take a look at it, the open, okay, you're part of the open, which is the goal, is actually our vision. Based on our model, this is the vision.
Yeah,
All right. And the portions where you are clarifying is actually the state where you bring to awareness. Remember that in the care model, we bring into awareness the
yes,
person where they are right
yes,
now. The development is where you bring them into a reflection side. Okay, because now you're involving them, they get to
yes,
see where they are. And the last part is the agree and the close, is where now they're able to make a commitment. Okay, there are now they are now saying yes. Okay, that okay, I can do this. Okay, I can make it happen, and you just give me the support as the head. uh Coach, this is where a lot of people lose this. Okay, because life coaching, really, if you use the
yes.
model, can be not just supporting but integrate to your process, if you understand that the process is something that's already
Mhm.
working. Okay, I wanna inject that. I know that you still have to
Yes,
say something,
agree.
but I this is a beautiful, illustration, Coach CC, because when you implement coaching, it will amplify whatever is already working. And what is not working will come into clarity. So many people thinks that if
Yes.
things are working, I don't need coaching. But this one is absolutely coaching. That's where you need coaching because it's already working. So if you continue to dictate, you will cripple the people. And this is, I think, Coach CC, this is
Yes.
where a lot of also employees complain about their managers. Okay. So where I know that the mismatch, as you said, Kanina, is very beautiful. Because a lot of people say, that's not what I need. So like if you delegate too early, chaotic yan. Devastation ang mangyayari, right?
Yes.
Or if you are already on the higher part
Mm-mm.
and you are being crippled and given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are being crippled and you don't want to
Yes.
move, you also quit. Okay. So at this point in
Yes.
time, Coach CC, okay, this process, okay, what is the common pitfall of a manager doing this? I can see that the manager don't see this as a process. And I heard when you said, feeling nila kasi para siyang verdict. 'Di ba? Yung sisintensyahan kita.
Mm-mm.
So you have to be good to get your
Mm-mm.
merit increase. Okay? So ako, coach, yun yung nakikita ko
Mm-hmm.
lagi. Kasi hindi nga siya facilitative. Para siyang verdict. Para siyang sintensya.
Mm-mm.
So coach, being in the
Mm-mm.
profession for 25 years, okay, assuming nanonood ako sa iyo ngayon at ako yung manager, guilty as
Mm-mm.
charged. Anong pwede kong
Mm-hmm.
gawin, Coach Cici?
I would always put the manager to a situation wherein the manager has a manager. So I would always
Okay.
tell him that how would
Mm-mm.
you feel? How would you feel when you have a goal
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah.
you have something to meet? There's a
Okay.
target and you are not being supported. So I would always ask, I would always put the manager to where their subordinates are. So I would always give that situation. I would always tell the managers or ask. I do not even tell. I will always ask, oh, how would you feel if I will not give you this support? I would always use
Yes.
actually the our process. So what's your goal? So why are you
Yes.
talking to the
Yes.
employee? I would always go back to that. I will not tell. I will not even tell anything. Hanggang sa they realize na, oh nga, I'm talking to them because we need to meet this target. And why? Why do you want to meet the target? What's the goal? I would always go back. What's your goal in talking? Because you just want to like talk?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to improve? O kung hindi ba mag-i-improve? I would always ask, o for example, hindi nag-improve yung employee mo, o what will
Mm-hmm.
happen? I would
Yes.
always
Yes.
go
That's
back
right.
to what will happen. What will happen? And
The
the
outcome.
pitfall, really, the outcome, yeah. What's your goal?
Yes.
What's your goal?
Yes.
So how can you get your goal? How can you go to that goal? You cannot just look at it. It's a vision, yes,
Yeah.
but you have to walk towards it. You cannot just, and you have to be with your employees because you cannot do it alone.
I
And
like
then
what you said.
tama ka, you're precisely correct.
I like what you said that you need
You're
your
precisely
employees.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Of course, we're a team. Yeah, you can be an individual contributor if you do not like to lead. We call them
Yeah.
individual contributors. You can be that in a
Mm-mm.
company. You can still
Yeah.
contribute, but you're just
Mm-hmm.
alone. It can be. There are employees who are like that, and it's good for the company. So we don't
Yes.
usually put them in leadership or managerial positions when they are individual
Yeah.
contributors. So I
Yeah.
would
They're on
that's
their
the share
own.
of HR. HR is just not, yeah. Yes, they can produce for the bank, for the company, but they are alone. But uh,
Absolutely.
let us not put others to suffer because there is an individual
Yes.
contributor. It doesn't mean that you're very good working alone. You will be a good leader, and it's
Mm-hmm.
reality. You have to
Okay.
accept that fact that there are people who cannot lead, really. Because it's
Yes,
the
that's
people.
right.
If
That's
you are
right.
individual contributor, if I am an individual contributor, yes, and I will do coaching like this, I
Yeah.
will be the star. If I'm an individual
Mm.
contributor, I am magaling. Ako yan.
Mm.
Ako yan. Ano ka? So instead of instead of you helping your employees, that's why you have to have HR master coach. HR is not just administrative. I would always tell my teammates. I hope they are here listening because I asked them to. I requested them to. I would always tell them that HR is not administrative anymore. We are business partners because every time
I
there
like
we
that.
assess people, so we make sure that
Yeah.
yes, we are business partners. We are not administrative. We
Okay.
just don't pay our
Yeah.
salaries
Yeah.
every 15th and 30th. We are not that anymore.
Okay.
We have a
Gone are
share
the
here
days that
already
you are an
in the
admin.
organization.
Yeah. Yeah, gone are the days
Yeah,
that HR is on the
yeah,
admin side, that you are like the administrators of the building, okay, and you administrate you do administrations of the people
yes,
also and the employees. And I
no,
guess that's where
no.
the connections right now. Coach Cici, this is where I'd like you also to give clarity to people, no? Because normally when we approach HR practitioners, that's why you are really a big win,
Mm-mm.
and you are a blessing to the organizations for becoming a professional life coach. Because when we approach HR, with all with all due respect to our HR practitioners, they have this mindsets that why do I do that? Okay, why do I need to do that?
Mhm.
Okay, why do I have to go to that level when in fact I need to administrate this? I have to release this. That's where they see their role. But you take a look at the
Yes,
whole thing, the whole beauty and the growth and the fertility, should I say, fertility of the human resources is really on how you make it happen. When I say you make it happen, like how you really connect management and the employees in such a way that both
yes,
requirements and objectives are being met. So that's where, Coach, I think people from the HR. So if you are from the HR, you are from the personnel department, you're from the admin department, and you're watching right now, I really encourage you to drop your comments in there. Share with us your comments, your thoughts, and Coach Cici will read your comments later on after the show. We don't normally on Coach Connect, we don't normally have an interactions with your questions and answer because we want you to get really the full scale
yes,
from our guests. But later on, our guests really would come back to you and respond to your questions and answers. So just drop your comments, your answers, and Coach Cici, you can find her also in
yes,
Facebook.
yes,
But right now, you just type in there, and our professional life coach, our change agents, will also capture it and give it also to Coach Cici. So just continue responding. And if you're getting your pack my bag moment, if you're getting some wisdom, if you're getting something that you want to share with your teammates, okay, please do so in the comment below. Yes, Coach Cici, continue.
yes. Master coach, I would also want to share not only as an HR practitioner, but maybe with the others who are not really HR, but we are leaders, no? Let's have an
Yeah.
open door policy. This is very effective. Like let's have an
Okay.
open door policy that when people come in, people first before paper. That's my that would always be my principle.
That's true.
That's one of my
That's
principles
true.
that I practice. People first before paper. So, and remember that people will always have a good side. Okay? So let's not think that hindi magandang balita diyan or something. Let's accept people as they are. And
Yes.
that's something that is very it's a humbling experience when you know already that these people are really there to work very hard, and you will
Yeah.
see because ang takot nila, master coach, when they go to HR, we're like a guidance center in the school
Counselor.
that when we call
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
uh
Mm.
counselor ganyan, diba? So oh, I'm just happy that when people ask about before when I was not handling general services then, they were asking me that the tissue there is like that merong nasirang ganyan. I always tell my teammates and everyone else, I would always tell them, if tayo ang unang naisip, that's good. Whether it's PACO they are looking for, or they are looking for bad papers, even if it's not HR issue, if we are the first they thought about, it means we're important.
That's right. That's
I
right.
always tell them
It,
that. So we don't
yeah,
just
that's right.
point like, it's not our job, it's not our, no, 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 no. Because they know that we are there, that's why they look for us. So
Yeah, they can
visibility is the
support.
name
You
of the
can
game.
support.
My team, I
Awesome.
yes, it means we are always there. So meaning we are always there. So for me, not only HR but to other leaders, visibility is the name of the game. So meaning it
All
means
right.
that people first before paper. So for me, that's very important. So I think Master
Important.
Coach, no, I would like to share something that John Maxwell would always tell us, that everything that we have talked about now, it's leadership is influence.
Absolutely.
It's just yes.
Yeah.
So he said also that it's a simple, one word description that places leadership in one's reach. All of us can exercise a certain degree of influence on someone at some point in some place. Leadership is not about titles, positions, and flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. So it's not just
That's right.
the
That's
titles.
right. That's
So
right. Yeah. Thank
I'm
you.
really thankful, Master Coach, that I am given this opportunity. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share this to my co-life coaches, because I've been sharing this to others. So I'm very blessed that I am given this opportunity to share this with my co-coaches.
Yeah, awesome. Congratulations, Coach CC. Thank you so much for your heart to share. You bridge it. You just don't bridge it very well, but the synergy of the position professionally and the synergy of you being a life coach at heart. I would remember you in class, and I would have seen you, and I could vividly remember when we talk about uh, the brainstorming workshop. And you remember that you said, when people come in, it's good that you're able to offer something for them to work on. That immediately people will receive
Yes.
something. And now when you said people first before paper, here's where I want to bridge in and say, it is important that we see how else can we learn as a leader. If you feel that you need to learn coaching, you need to learn other leadership styles, you need to learn other models, okay, that would not make what you learned obsolete but to amplify what you already have. Then take that humble heart, that posture of humility to say, I'm ready to learn, I'm willing to learn, because leadership needs people. You can't be a leader without people you are
Yes.
leading. You cannot be a leader
Yes.
without people down the line.
Yes.
Okay, so, and
People.
people
Yes.
that you are leading needs to feel that you're there. And what you see, what I've seen with you right now, Coach, is really that heart to make people see that we need that posture of humility. Yun lang to, Coach, because
Yes.
whatever you're doing right now, you can say, oh, my leadership style is better, matagal na din ako sa HR, I've been there for 30 years, mas may alam ako. It can be done, right? But what I can see right now is the value of humility. Kasi yung pagtahi, no?
Yes.
Yung pagtahi, pag-thread and pag-connect, and I'm seeing now wala talagang disconnect. We haven't talked for quite some time, but again, it connected. Pareho pa din. Over 2 years. And ito pa
Yes.
rin. Ganito pa rin yung pinaglalaban. Ganito pa rin yung sinusulong. Now, Coach, I can see that gamit na gamit, no, yung life coaching sa buhay mo. Okay. Hihingi ako sa iyo ng fearless projection, no? Ito kasi yung who of the hour is what are the things happening with you right now, which you really give us, a very good overview. How is life
Yes.
coaching helping you? Obviously, in the model, kitang-kita namin. I mean, kitang-kita ko yung care model sa atin. Like, I can see that. Okay. Been there for 25 years. Okay. Bless us tonight with your fearless projection. Okay. The O. How
The
do you
O.
see, and how can the O is the outcome? Okay. Like, okay, there's a lot of models in here. We're on pandemic. Okay, I'm good or I'm bad, regardless of where I've seen, my where I am right now. Okay, coach, what could be an outcome that is ideal? And when I say ideal, it means nobody will be left behind. Because normally, yung ideal na mga tao, yung walang kwenta, wala sila sa role, di ba? Or yung mga magagaling o mataas na yung sweldo, tanggalin natin, ibaba natin. Yun. When I say ideal, coach, is outcome that no one is left behind. What's that picture? How could you do it? Like, kung ako if I will be I am the employer, like Coach Cici, I need your help.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I'm watching
Yeah.
you right now. What's that outcome, coach? How could you make it happen? What's going to be the picture?
For me, if you're currently right now in the situation that we do not have, like for example, you don't have resources anymore for your people, I think it's better that you have to look at their structure. Yeah, we have to look at the structure of the company as to how
Okay.
many people we have. Do not hire because it's not really practical right now. Just hire critical posts that you need for your company. For example, you have a restaurant, it's your restaurant. You can hire. But if there
Okay.
are employees there inside
Mm-hmm.
that you can train to do something else so that the operations and nobody will be
Okay.
left out, and then you have to make programs, technical
Okay.
programs and core competency programs where we can train our employees who are there, who are not even doing the other
Yes.
tasks, which I think they can do if you will have a program. So nobody will be left out. So walang matatakot na mawawala. I think people now will be more willing to learn and to embrace whatever the company will be giving them. That
Okay.
it's really an opportunity for everyone to learn. I think that should be what the management should be doing right now. You have to look at the structure of your
People.
you rationalize, you look at
Yeah.
your table of organization, your people, and then match the tasks they are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So just get from outside critical post, I believe so. So no one will be left out para hindi rin takot. And I would suggest that more talks, more talks to our employees so they know where they are. So I think
Yeah.
talking and managing their expectations will lessen the fear, and
Mm-hmm.
put some, make the environment more normal. Like malungkot
Okay.
eh.
Yeah.
Malungkot
Mm.
yeah, malungkot the mga mga floors of the buildings when you malungkot, but I think management and the leaders have a critical role here, no. We have to look at the people around and talk to them and train them so they can do the jobs, yung mga hindi natin napapalitan, so nobody will be left
Mm-hmm.
out. I think that should be
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
move. Oo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think para walang maiwan, tas walang matako na mga tao.
Yes.
I think,
Yes.
and really, yeah, parang let us also be, as always, be humble enough.
Mm-hmm.
Then move forward, master coach, move forward. Kung dati hindi nagpe-perform yan with our situation right now, I think people and the employees are very much willing to learn. They can do other jobs.
Okay.
I believe so. They can do other roles.
Turuan. Turuan. Magturo tayo. Okay.
Turuan.
So, turuan.
Tsagain,
Yeah.
actually. Yes, tsagain.
Tiyagain. Yeah.
Have the
Tiyagain
heart.
at i-coach natin.
Really. True. Have the heart to do it. Be sincere in doing it. It's a good deed. It's a good deed
Yeah.
for
Gusto
me.
ko yan, coach. Okay. Yeah, I wanna capture that. Okay. So, Coach Cici, maraming salamat. Thank you for sharing your heart. Actually, I would like to say that more than
Thank
the
you.
expertise. Nandun na yan eh. Alam mo yung expertise, naka-frame na yan. We've seen that. But thank you for sharing the heart. Thank you for allowing us to see that the profession where you are right now, your expertise right now, is something that not just important, but something that we all need to take a closer look. When I say take a
Yes.
closer look, Because that thing that you shared with us, it happens also at home. It also happens in church. It happens also in other relationships that we are having. Okay? Where right now we don't know what to do. Where things aren't normal, but we want to be normal. And somebody have to come into that position and say, all right, things aren't normal, but we can work things out so we become normal. Like in terms of our
Yes.
mental health, we can do that. Um, Coach CC, you shared so much for us tonight, but definitely it will take time for people to, digest it. If they need
Yes.
help,
Definitely.
if they need to connect, if they need, some nuggets, more, okay, and put some meat to what you share. What's the next step for them to connect with you, to hire you, or maybe
Yeah,
have a
sure. They can
conversations
connect
with
with
you?
me.
What's next? Okay,
Sure.
they can.
They can connect with you, of course, of course. If there are coaches or co-coaches or anybody who is listening now and watching, you can come to me. You can call me when you need to ask about HR, anything about HR.
Awesome.
We
Okay,
can talk about it.
great.
I
So
will
for those of
reply
you who
to the
are
comments,
okay,
like, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so for all of you who are in the HR line, okay, on the lane of HR, personal development, performance management, or maybe you are one person who is in the organization without HR. Alam mo, merong ganon, Coach Sisi, walang HR. Diba? Yung HR, si boss na din. I mean, alam mo yun, yung sila
Mm-mm.
lahat, no? If you don't
Mm-mm.
have really a structured
Mm-mm.
HR,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
yeah, 'di ba? So, and you are a coach right now, or maybe you are in a leadership position. If you are watching, there are people watching also who's an entrepreneur, and you feel like wala naman akong HR, it's not gonna connect with me. Here's my my recommendation. Go back to this episode, review it again, and see that your heart can make it happen for your employees. If you are not ready yet to build your structured HR,
Yes.
okay, you can do it as a leader. I think at the end of the talk of Coach Cici, she focused on the leadership. So whether you are an
Yes.
HR practitioner right now, you are the manager, the operations manager, you are the CEO, or you are the all of all ng company mo, no? Kasi 5 lang kayo at ikaw na lahat 'yon.
Of course.
Whether yun talaga ka ngayon di ba? And sabi nga ni Coach Sisi, turuan, tiyagain natin, tingnan natin where. Okay, so you have been joining us for the longest time, learning from our toolkits every night. We've got we got coaching conversation to Life Coach Corner, and you are feeling may kulang pa rin eh. Yes, because yun yung sinasabi nating leadership. Okay, and if you need that, do not hesitate. Get in touch with Coach CC. Okay, send her a private
Yes.
message,
Yes.
drop us a comment in here, and I think this is also the time that we want to reach out and say, as a community, it's our heart to serve. Whether it's very specific on HR,
Yes.
whether it's about your personal thing, right? Whether it is about your relationship with your employees, okay? Where HR is saying, wala akong pakialam. Meron din ganon, Coach Cici, di ba? Usapin niya ng manager, hindi siya usapin ng HR, which I don't believe actually. Pero may mga ganon eh. Hindi ako naniniwala, pero may ganon. So if
Mm,
that is where you
meron.
are today, meron. Tama, Coach Cici, parang, ayoko yan eh. Hindi yan akin. Bahala kayo ng boss mo. Bahala kayo ng empleyado mo. Okay? This is the time I truly encourage you to get in touch with Coach CC. If you are a change agent, you are one of our coaches, okay, who you are also in HR or you are dealing with people, why don't you get in touch with Coach CC and let's see how we can brew something for the people out there.
Yeah.
Because one of the biggest challenge we're going through right now is employees losing their jobs. Or worse,
Yes.
people losing their sanity because of the fear of losing job. So whether they have lost the job or they're losing their sanity because of that fear of losing job, that uncertainty, I believe this is the best time for all of us to get connected, to stay connected, and let our hearts be heard. Not the voice. Let the heart be heard.
Dahil.
Coach Cici, thank you so much. It's
Yes,
been a
thank you
beautiful
so
Monday
much.
night. Okay, would you like to
Thank you,
close, Coach
thank
Cici? Come on.
you. I just want to thank you again, Master Coach. I hope we can do more and we can multiply. That's my goal, right? Let's
Yes,
multiply.
that's right.
I
Let's
want to
multiply.
multiply. We will multiply.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah, let's
multiply.
multiply. Let's advance. Get in touch with us. There's so much to be done. The world has never been the same again, but every opportunity is knocking on our door right now to break through because every pandemic, every depression presents a big opportunity for us to level up in our lives. The question is, do you get support? Do you need help? Do you get something? Do you get the resources? Then allow our community, allow our tribe, allow our family to journey with you because help is available. Just get in touch with us, 0917-586-1661. I'll see you again next Monday for another episode of Coach Connect Who of the Hour. You'll see me next Monday with Coach Teen De Hoya, and let's talk about marriage this Monday. See you again. Bye-bye, everyone. Coach Teen,
You.
labang po.
Thanks.
Labang po. Labang po, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night. See you
Thank
Monday again.
you.